The morning session was really good, and those of who have attended the morning session, I just spoke in short on DPI, and I said that I will speak in detail in the afternoon session. So, I think DPI is no more a buzzword today. Last year in G20, a lot of things happened, agreements, principles, framework between all the G20 partner countries, where India was a important stakeholder. I will be focusing more on DPI. I feel that today the digital public infrastructure in India is one of the best. We are leading not only in our own region in Asia, but also, let me tell you, in many foreign nations. We are offering our solutions, our platforms, and I will talk about that. So, this is always my start. I'm very fascinated when the German minister said that last year in G20, how is so possible to buy a 20 rupees vegetable from a vendor so quickly? ऐसा भी होता है. But for us, like day to day life, we eat pani puri, we go to big bazaar, we go mall shopping, auto wala. It's for us, it's like very usual. Like ये तो रोज की बात हो गई. For us now it is no more a technology. It's a part and parcel of our life. बट कभी आपने उस पानी पूरी वाले के बारे में सोचा है जो पहले क्या करता था? पानी पूरी बनाता था. चलो लेट्स गो इनटू द बेसिक्स, नट्स एंड बोल्ट्स. भैया एक बनाओ, एक छः, एक में कितनी 5 या 6 बनेगी. तो वो बेचारा 5 पानी पूरी बनाने में लगता है. उसका एक, हाँ कितने की भैया? 10 15 20 रुपये वॉट एवर. 3 कस्टमर रुके हैं, राइट. ही इज रोटेटिंग. अब मुझे जो मेरे कॉलेज के दिन की याद है, he is rotating the strike and offering one pare puri to all the 3 stakeholders one by one, right? He is very sharp. He know what he is doing. His hand are working like a machine. जैसे जेट इंजन में कॉम्प्लेक्स मैन्युफैक्चरिंग का होता है ना, चिप्स एंड ऑल दैट, वैसे उसका दिमाग चल रहा है. वो वन हैंड आर्मी है, वो पूरा कर रहा है. पैसे किससे लेने हैं उसको वो भी मालूम है, बट ही इज डूइंग ऑल मैन्युअली. उसके पास ना कुछ एआई है, नथिंग है. ठीक है. अब उसने उसने अपना एक फ़ोन पे पेटीएम का उसने वो क्यूआर कोड रख दिया. वो सुनता है अभी आज की तारीख में कि 50 रुपये जमा. तो ईयर्स आर रिसीविंग द इनपुट. एट वन हैंड ही इज डिलीवरिंग विथ हिज हैंड एंड ईयर्स आर लिसनिंग. उसकी एफिशिएंसी बढ़ी कि नहीं बढ़ी? ट्रस्ट आया कि नहीं आया? तो मुझे लगता है कि वेरी दिस आर सम ऑफ द वंडर्स which India have leapfrog into. So the last decade was a decade where India leapfrog into many of such technologies. Other was my previous assignment in North Road Transport and Highways, which I spoke in morning, from Bharat Stage 4 to Bharat Stage 6. We leapfrog, we skip Bharat Stage 5. It was more about the pollution and norms of environment and all. So this shows how India have successfully digitally transformed itself into a system where at the societal scale, at the population level, the benefits are given to the masses, the people, the citizens of India. How? So we obviously should speak of jam. ये खाने वाला jam नहीं है, by the way. Jam is about the Jandan account, the Aadhaar and the mobile. Now I feel due to our population and our whole scale, not all countries can beat us. But yes, this happened. This happened in the last decade, the decade where Digital India took off. And the Jam Trinity laid the foundation. We can see in Jandhan almost 532 million accounts, now more than that. And let me tell you, today when analysis was done, we talk about women's empowerment. तो महिलाओं के खातों में ज़्यादा पैसे हैं डिपॉजिट में, more than the male. This shows the power, what technology can do, how technology can drive even women's empowerment, women's decision making, women's emancipation. Again, Aadhaar is like we all know, uh, and obviously mobile subscriptions like 1.17 billion mobile subscriptions. Aadhaar also belongs to our Ministry of Electronics and IT. I had the privilege to work in few of the components of Aadhaar. We have a Aadhaar Data Vault project of e-governance. We have many of these projects like Aadhaar Enable system or biometric and all. So citizen ID is something the generic is. Many of the countries in the world like France are driving this. India was a late beginner, but India took up very fast. And now many countries look up to India for the citizen ID stack. Officially, let me tell you, in last G20, 16 nations signed the pact for almost one GDPR, what is a global repository of DPIs, 54 DPIs, and most of them were citizen ID stack. And this is the one of the foundational DPI, I will say, because without the citizen ID stack, it's difficult. I feel it's very impossible to go ahead for any other benefits, चाहे वो बैंकिंग हो, चाहे वो डेटा एक्सचेंज हो, चाहे वो आपका खुद का डेटा wallet ho. And here is a graph you can see. So today it's around about more than 1 billion. I will say 1.31 is something accurate figure where India have really made a difference. Yesterday, Fiji, a South Pacific nation, again signed an MOU with India for all this collaboration of DPI. Anyway, Fiji and many of these nations have a Indian diaspora, and that is the strength which we talk about the global South. And here again, I think citizen ID stack will be one thing which will go ahead. We are doing an e-passport project, just out of box, but very related to Aadhaar and this biometric which we are showing. So in e-passports, almost we have 11 to 12 crores of passports in India issued. I am the chair of the committee with all the technical side of IIT Gandhinagar and all. So today the first phase is like only 64 KB. तो 64 KB में सिर्फ जो है अंगूठा आता है और बायोमेट्रिक आता है. The next age passports, which the Montreal Protocol, ACAO, International Civil Aviation Organization says, that is the LDS2, says about fully end-to-end digital passports. Any one of you have seen fully digital passport, like a passport with a chip like Australia? Any one of you? So basically what is the e-passport? Passport is a passport, a hard copy passport, but there is a chip embedded into the front, very camouflage. आपको समझेगा नहीं कि उसमें चिप कहाँ है. Very hard to tamper. बदमाश जो है वो बदमाश ढूंढ के निकालेगा कि चिप कहाँ है. But with an antenna. So basically it's then called e-passport because every transaction, your all type of biometric, then your face head, your iris, even your visa stamping comes into that. That is the level of development which some countries are doing. But again, if I say there are 196 countries, and in 196 countries there are different level of development. In some countries you go for visa, they write your visa has been extended and they just stamp it. There is no digitalization. तब क्या करोगे? So basically a hard copy is supported there. So we are coming with a 256 KB chip, antenna embedded, and that will be the world class e-passport, which I think we will start issuing from next year or maybe soon in a pilot project. Again that because we have this foundational DPI, that is a citizen ID Aadhaar. We all know, we all are sitting here, half of the people always have mobiles in the hand, and उसमें जो आधे हैं वो भी WhatsApp देखते रहते हैं because data today is so cheap. Very few countries in the world have cheap data as India. So this is a revolution where cheap data is accessible, provided by public-private partnership to citizens of India. See the penetration of mobile subscriber. See the active internet subscriber like 820 million. Again, the data usage. The data usage is like old. I think it must have increased. It can't be 19.5 GB. It should be more. I should update that. And we say that not 5 hours, but more than that. We all are on smartphones. Like we are addicted to smartphones and all. So this is the digital SS, and it has wonderfully helped to bridge the digital divide in the country. In morning session, we are talking of DBT. Now, DBT really have work in India. You can just see the figure. I am also looking into DBT because there's a coordination of all the departments. There are some 20 departments of government of India in all the states. For example, scholarship. In scholarship, let me tell only of scholarship. Forget pension, forget other family benefits. In scholarship, almost more than 40 stakeholders, like 10 departments and all the states, almost 35 message or 25 states se bade and UTs, they are on board. And all are using the same digital platform, that is the DPI, that is the National Scholarship Portal. You can see here, apart from scholarship, there are 315 schemes of 53 ministries. Let it be PM Kisan, let it be the Ujjwala gas connection, let it be the subsidy of the fertilizer. It is directly going to the account of the beneficiary. फिर वो farmer हो, फिर वो widow हो, फिर वो दिव्यांग हो. See, this makes a lot of difference. Earlier, this money was not able to reach at the right way. I remember some 13 years back, I was CEO ZP and working in Manrega. My district had 120 crores budget Manrega. But the digital literacy, the financial literacy was not that good. तो सचिव जो है ग्राम सेवक लेके जाता था गांव के इतने सारे पासबुक, जिसमें 70-80 साल की जो महिलाएं, दादी अम्मा, नानी अम्मा थी, उन सब की, क्योंकि वो पढ़ना लिखना नहीं जानती थी, बैंक जाना तो दूर, तो वो बेचारा क्या करता, वो लेके जाता था सबका बैंक में, छाप के आता था और कैश में पैसे बांटता था. Now you can imagine what I am saying. But today the money is directly going into the correct accounts of the eligible beneficiaries. Now this is a revolution. This had made possible only because of DBT. Again, foundational ID, the Aadhaar, the bank accounts, and the mobile access. Almost 38.57 trillions have been disbursed. And the savings. Now here the saving figure is 3.48 trillion. And there is a figure at the last slide I will show you, which is the official figure. So because of the DBT, deduplication, fake, ghost beneficiaries, all have been removed. This is one of the best DPIs India have offered. I was talking about Aadhaar enable ecosystem, and most of you must be knowing, but let me tell you, it is one of the best. So anything like balance inquiry ho, cash withdrawal ho, cash deposit ho, Aadhaar fund transfer ho, many of these UPI services use the foundational Aadhaar for its back-end work. And the latest technology is face recognition technology. The face recognition technology is now one of the most latest technology which has been used for authentication, verification, for government programs, for private sector, and I will say that Aadhaar is very successful in that. UPI, I think, is again now, I've spoken short in the start, and we all know about the success. I will not go deep into that, but we all know about UPI. CAC. CAC, I look also into the CAC. We have 5,80,000 common service centers across India. Now these are only those centers which are built and operated by Government of India. Every state have a CAC model. Like UP have a CAC model of Jan Seva Kendra. MP, Madhya Pradesh have a center of Samadhan Kendra. Maharashtra have one center of CAC. But what is a CAC? CAC is basically one, I will say, one brick and mortar office where it's open in a village, every village, or almost 2 or 3 village or one panchayat or one ward of a urban area, and the person sitting there with a computer operator with light connection and internet connectivity offers all the government services and private services. We will say the basic nuts and bolts of e-governance. And a huge country like India, 140 crore population, vast nature, remoteness like Arunachal to Gujarat, Ladakh to Kanyakumari. We have CSEs almost all over, and with the states also have their own CSEs. And they again are, I will say, a part of a digital public infrastructure where they provide more than 500 services, be it birth certificate, death certificate, your pension, your scholarship, even passport. You have to apply to passport. You don't need to go to the RPO. You can go to the nearest CSE, pay him some standard fees. For Government of India, the fees is a transparent ratio. 80% is taken by the vendor who operates the CSE, and 20% is given to the Government of India. That's the model we have because we want it to be private driven. More employment opportunities. So if we say that there are 5,80,000 CSEs in India, honestly speaking, they are not all functional, but yes, they are active. Some might be dormant for some time as per the season of agriculture, of festival and all. But even then, this is a big asset we have. And common service center, we say they are one of the best and are premier DPIs. Many of the new services or departments which open up, they don't need to open office into every village or every district. They just need to have an MOU with CSE, and CSE does the backend part for the government department or the state department. Any data collection, let me tell you, we were collecting data of every village and we had this chap sitting there in the village. We got much of the data correctly due to CSE. About DigiLocker is the best DPI India have offered to all. The premier DPI of paperless governance. We can call it a digital wallet, a personal wallet and whatnot. It have a 1 GB backend storage space to store all your certificates. And basically what? It is a data exchange. So in morning I was giving you some examples. This DigiLocker have access to your license, your birth certificate, your passport, your Aadhaar ID, your bank account. I think there are very few products. Estonia in Europe is again one of the best digital countries. It has its own product X Road. So when we compare abroad, so the X Road product like X Data Exchange is also very good, but our DigiLocker is also very good. Because in a country like India, to have the data set with the API and give the access for a citizen, it's a big thing.
DigiLocker is paving the road ahead to empower and enrich many lives. Towards digital progress, it has emerged as the hero by helping citizens with faster service deliveries in paperless and presenceless mode. Witnessing exponential growth even during the pandemic, with millions of users already registered and accruing its immense benefits. You see, DigiLocker has now become one of the key components of the e-governance ecosystem. A transformative governance game changer that is revolutionizing every sector, plus proving as a boon for all the students and lays unique support for India's growing fintech sector. Moreover, DigiLocker is designed with all the necessary security measures to keep your data protected and safe. So, what are you waiting for? Access a range of documents such as educational and personal certificates, pension and bank statements, identity documents, and many more in digital form. This means your documents travel safely with you on your smartphone. Download today.
So after the success of DigiLocker, we thought why not? We should also bring some platform on a commercial base for all these startups, these micro, small, medium enterprises, trust companies, because they all need data. और आपको पता है कि गवर्नमेंट के पास जाके डेटा मांगना कितनी बड़ी बात है. मिलेगा डेटा आपको ऐसे आप जाओगे तो नहीं, आपको एक बार मिल जाएगा, दूसरे दिन आप वही मांगोगे तो वो नहीं मिलेगा. Very difficult because the way we work, there are some limitations how we work. But anyway, about DigiLocker is a personal wallet for a citizen and it's quite successful. I was talking about Entity Locker. So Entity Locker was announced in the last budget by Honorable FM. This year we took the task to launch it in 100 days when the new government was formed, and we are quite glad to say that yes, we have launched Entity Locker. You can download it and you can use it. So basically it's an expansion of DigiLocker for companies trust. As I said, it have a secure access. You can share the documents, you can see the documents, many of the documents like, I will say, registration, certification. We are in talk with income tax for the financial part because that's again the RBI and the other mandate. But we have lot of data sets on that. So the personal company information, the GST, the digital signatures, and right now, as I said, we are closely working with SEBI, Ministry of Corporate Affairs, MSME, GST and CBDT, NFRA. So you can use Locker. This will definitely help for all those small entities basically who don't want to go and knock the door of government for some small documents. Even for us, we have a platform, for example, NGO Darpan. Now NGO Darpan is a platform where all the NGOs get CSR funds and they use fund. So at the back end now we are trying to have the Entity Locker platform where it will digitally verify the documents. Today I will tell you one experience. In a road contract we found a forged bank FD. Now it's very difficult to find and to see is the bank FD given by a contractor, is it right or it is forged, because the numbers and all are same. But Entity Locker will do that work. It will fetch the data from the bank. It will match the ID of that performance guarantee slip with the code of the fixed deposit or the performance guarantee. And it can, in fraction of second, tell you this fixed deposit FD or this performance guarantee slip, is it forged or it is original, authentic. This is the difference because it saves time, it saves money, and it saves energy. So it's a huge potential. Entity Locker have a huge potential. It can be used across all the sectors of the market in businesses. Bhashini. This is one of the best app, the best DPI India have offered. We always say that India is a big country, unity in diversity. And we have more than 100 of languages. Dialects are thousands. So officially we have 22 languages in the schedule, and all these 22 languages we have bought on the Bhashini DPI. So from one language to other, you can translate from voice to voice, voice to text. It has made so easy. So few days back I was giving a presentation with a delegation of Nepal and Singapore. So Tamil is the official language in Singapore. Now we have a data set is Tamil. So how this Bhashini app can also be useful in Singapore. Same about Nepal. Nepali is also a scheduled language and official language. A scheduled language, not an official language. So Bhashini is one thing where it is the engine. Like Google Translate, Bhashini have one of the rich data sets, and we are working more to refine it. Anything from text to text, text to voice, you can translate. And this has given an edge because in a diverse country like India, when you go and when you do work, it's very difficult. From Odisha to Gujarati, Gujarati to Marathi, Marathi to Tamil, Tamil to Santhali, Santhali to Bodo, Bodo to Nepali. But this is the power of technology. Is like in few minutes you can just get the draft ready. You can translate the draft. You can hear. Those who can't read, who are blind, can hear it in the other language which they can't. So it's very useful for tourists, for businessmen and all. So I will say Bhashini again is one of the best DPIs we have given, and the world have acknowledged it. We'll see a small AV film on this.
Bhashini, Bhashini, भाषिणी 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 बोलो इंडिया, सुनो इंडिया, लिखो इंडिया, देखो इंडिया। बोलो इंडिया, सुनो इंडिया, लिखो इंडिया, देखो इंडिया।
पूरब बोले पश्चिम समझे, उत्तर तान मिलाए, दक्षिण के स्वर यूं घुल जाए, देश झूम के गाए।
मन से मन की बात चले, नए ज्ञान का द्वार खुले। बस एक यही अभिलाषा है, भारत की हर भाषा अपनी भाषा है, अपनी भाषा है, अपनी भाषा है।
भाषिणी नए दौर की स्वर्णिम आशा है, स्वर्णिम आशा है, स्वर्णिम आशा है।
भारत की हर भाषा अपनी भाषा है, नई एकता का सपना संजोए भाषिणी, भारत को एक डोर में पिरोए भाषिणी। नई एकता का सपना संजोए भाषिणी, भारत को एक डोर में पिरोए भाषिणी। बोलो इंडिया, सुनो इंडिया, लिखो इंडिया, देखो इंडिया। बोलो इंडिया, सुनो इंडिया, लिखो इंडिया, देखो इंडिया।
Thank you. So this is something which really, is already we are doing. It's not like कभी करेंगे आगे होने वाला है. We are doing it, and I believe that such DPIs in a country like India, where we have such diverse culture and all these languages and aspects, we need more such products. Cloud is my favorite topic. I look after cloud of India. So we have the Meghraj cloud is a network which we call. We have our own critical strategic cloud of NIC, and also with a partnership of Jio and eUttar, we have a PPP model of cloud, and we have empaneled almost 23 cloud service providers in India. 5 are the foreign giants, as we know, Microsoft, Azure, Google, and the other are the Indians. So point is here ki without cloud network, now what is DigiLocker? What is Bhashini doing? So it's very difficult and impossible to think and imagine that without cloud infrastructure, such DPIs can be so efficient and successful. That is to mention our strength. So we have our own cloud network with some Indian companies. And when we talk about data sovereignty, again, it's a very crucial aspect of data centers. Data centers, I also look into data centers of India. So it comes with a sense of responsibility and data protection. अगर आज आप यहाँ बैठे हैं तो जैसे हम घर में अलमारी को चाबी लगा के आते हैं कि नहीं, सब मेरी जो प्रॉपर्टी है, कागजात है, मैं घर पे सब सही सलामत रख के आया हूँ, उसी तरह डिजिटली भी ये मेरा डेटा है, ये मेरा नाम है, मेरे पासवर्ड्स है, ये भी तो आई थिंक दे शुड बी सेफ. तो डेटा प्राइवेसी अगेन इज अ बिग पार्ट, डेटा कंसर्न. So the new DPDP Act मैंने इसमें mention नहीं किया है because again is a whole topic of whole night we can talk on DPDP Act. I'm looking after as a OSD in DPDP Act. And in the morning I said you the penalty is almost 250 crores. अच्छा है, 250 करोड़ बोलने से सामने वाला थोड़ा ठंडा हो जाता है because he should know the seriousness of the business is doing. इतना आसान नहीं रहा कि पहले की तरह की जो है फोन नंबर लिए और फोन लगाना चालू कर दिया सबको, भाई हु इज कॉलिंग, वाई इज कॉलिंग, क्या काम है. तो अभी एनेक्ट नहीं हुआ है, नोटिफाई होना है. वंस इट इज आउट, लॉट ऑफ चेंजेस यू विल सी, फील इन द मार्केट. अगेन डेटा प्राइवेसी, डेटा सॉवरिटी, डेटा सेंटर्स की बात मैं कर रहा था, कनेक्टेड टू क्लाउड. तो इंडिया हैव रियली, एंड इंडिया अगेन have some MOUs, some foreign nations where we are doing some data embassy part. Umang is basically a platform for mobile governance. Lot of services, you can see 2077 services of center government, states, and more than 7 crore are the registered users. Transaction देखिए आप 493 crores, 23 languages because that's integrated with Bhashini. So it have a text and voice bot. So Umang basically is a unified mobile access interface, and we can say that it is one of the class of e-governance to provide services at a single door to a citizen. For example, आपको हर बार एक नई नई वेबसाइट खोल के नहीं जाना पड़ेगा कि अगर मैं लखनऊ में बैठा हूँ तो लखनऊ म्यूनसिपालिटी की वेबसाइट खोली मैंने बर्थ सर्टिफिकेट के लिए, फिर मुझे अगर लखनऊ में बस का टिकट बुक करना है तो मैं रेड बस में जाके या फिर लखनऊ स्टेट ट्रांसपोर्ट की वेबसाइट खोलूँ, नहीं. आपको एक ही ऐप से, मोबाइल ऐप से यूनिफाइड सर्विसेज मिलेगी. दिस इज द क्रक्स एंड दिस वेरी यूजफुल. माई स्कीम अगेन इन मॉर्निंग आई वाज टॉकिंग अबाउट द नेशनल फैमिली रजिस्टर एंड SFR ऑफ यूपी. सो वी आर कमिंग अप विद दिस, बट अगेन माई स्कीम इज समथिंग एलिजिबिलिटी बेस्ड सर्विस डिलीवरी. यू डोंट कम टू अस, आप हमसे मत मांगिए, हम बताएंगे आप क्या क्या एलिजिबल है, आप क्या क्वालिफाई करते हैं. अगर आप आवास के लिए पात्र हैं, आपको आवास देंगे, हम वेटिंग में हैं तो वो बताएंगे. आपके बच्चे अगर स्कॉलरशिप के लिए पात्र है तो स्कॉलरशिप देंगे. आपके माता पिता अगर पेंशन के लिए पात्र है, आपके घर में कोई दिव्यांग है तो दिव्यांग पेंशन के लिए. तो हमारे पास एक बार ये परिवार की जानकारी आ गई और उसके ऊपर हम पात्र अपात्र देखेंगे. उसी तरह माई स्कीम काम करती है. इट्स वेरी ट्रांसपेरेंट, एनालिटिकल ड्रिवन. और इसमें भी यह है कि इसमें आप फॉर्म भरते हैं तो नेक्स्ट स्टेज है हमारा, दैट इज एंटाइटलमेंट बेस. हम बताएंगे यू आर एंटाइटल, यू क्वालिफाई एंड वी विल गिव इट. दिस इज अबाउट माई स्कीम. अगेन यू कैन सी 2770 स्कीम्स, मोर देन दैट. सेंट्रल स्कीम जिसमें सबसे ज्यादा है 80% और स्टेट्स यूटी की 520 के आसपास है. डेटा एक्सचेंज, नाउ डेटा API सेतु again it's a big topic to talk. Whole day, 7 days we can talk on data. Data is a new gold, data is new oil. It's all about, अभी I was just talking about data privacy. 250 करोड़ का जुर्माना लग सकता है अगर आपका डेटा कोई फिड्यूशियरी या डेटा प्रोसेसर बिना आपके बताए एसेस करता है, शेयर करता है, प्रोसेस करता है, स्टोर करता है. डेटा एक्सचेंज, वी हैव ऑलमोस्ट वन ऑफ द बेस्ट 5900 APIs पब्लिश. तो इसमें पब्लिशर जो होते हैं वो खुद पब्लिश करके हमारे प्लेटफॉर्म से जुड़े हैं. दे आर कंज्यूमर्स जो यूज करते हैं, बेसिकली दे कंज्यूम इट. एंड API सेतु बेसिकली एक ऐसा, मैं कहूँगा एक ऐसा प्लेटफॉर्म है जिसमें दोनों तरफ से प्रोड्यूसर्स एंड कंज्यूमर्स कनेक्ट हुए हैं एंड दे हेल्प ईच अदर. वैसे अगर रियल फिगर बता दूं तो वी हैव लैक्स ऑफ डेटा सेट, 3-4 लैक्स ऑफ डेटा सेट्स, एंड टुडे वी हैव मोर देन 2.5 लाख APIs. हाँ, उसमें क्रेडिबल कितने हैं, वैल्यूबल कितने हैं, कम होंगे, बट डेटा इज डेटा. तो इट मैटर्स अ लॉस. हो सकता है कि इसमें एग्रीकल्चर रिसर्च का पार्ट हो सकता है इसमें एकेडमिक्स का, कॉलेज का, 12th का डेटा हो सकता है इसमें कुछ डिफेंस का, DRDO का क्रिटिकल डेटा हो सकता है इसमें AI बेस्ड डेटा सेट्स का डेटा हो. तो लॉट ऑफ डेटा सेट्स. So we are trying to go ahead and use this for the future advancement of the country. एजुकेशन, अगेन एजुकेशन हेल्थ ऐसे स्टैक है. हम अगर बात करें डिजी लॉकर की, और अभी हमने खोला है एनडीटी लॉकर फॉर कमर्शियल, तो नाउ देयर आर 3-4 स्टैक्स विच वी कांट इग्नोर. तो इट्स ऑलवेज बेटर टू प्लान देम. व्हाट आर इंपॉर्टेंट? वन इज द एजुकेशन स्टैक, वन इज द हेल्थ स्टैक, वन इज द एग्री स्टैक, देन देयर इज अ फैमिली स्टैक. क्योंकि फैमिली के भी जो इंडिया में ऐसा है कि जो भी स्कीम होती है ना, उसके पात्रता के लिए आपका परिवार उस सूची में आना चाहिए, अगर परिवार पात्र है तो, इंडिविजुअल नहीं. दैट्स व्हाई फैमिली स्टैक इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट इन इंडिया. हो सकता है ये अफ्रीका में, सिंगापुर में नहीं हो, बट इंडियन स्कीम्स और प्रोग्राम ऐसे डिजाइन है, बजट एंड ऑल. दैट्स व्हाई द फैमिली स्टैक इज नीडेड. तो दिस इज एजुकेशन स्टैक विच आई एम टॉकिंग. दीक्षा, again I will say the best. It is one of the best DPIs which again we are offering. सांसद जी नमस्कार, सर को सोफा दे दो. नमस्कार सांसद जी. दीक्षा के बारे में भी बात कर रहा था. तो बेसिकली लॉट ऑफ लाइक 17.84 करोड़ एनरोलमेंट एंड 552.42 करोड़ सेशन इस पे हुए हैं. तो जैसे आपको मैं बता रहा था कि इंडिया में ऐसे डाइवर्स लैंडस्केप में इतने सारे बच्चे अलग अलग भाषाओं में, अलग अलग जगहों पर, ड्यू टू मोबाइल कनेक्टिविटी एंड ऑल, दे कैन यूज दीक्षा टू लर्न, टू ट्रेन, टू सी. और इसमें 101% मैं कह सकता, आई कैन से दैट इम्प्रूवमेंट आया है. जो एजुकेशन लेवल पहले थे 20 साल पहले या 10 साल पहले, और आज के लेवल में डिफरेंस आया है. सेम अबाउट एकेडमिक बैंक ऑफ क्रेडिट. तो बेसिकली जो भी हम लोग एकेडमिक्स में डिग्रीज, सर्टिफिकेट, डिप्लोमा लेते हैं, इनका पूरा डेटा सेट है. एंड द नंबर्स अगर देखें, 2113 एकेडमिक इंस्टीट्यूशन इसमें रजिस्टर है. एंड द एबीसी अकाउंट क्रिएटर, लाइक द एकेडमिक बैंक क्रेडिट अकाउंट क्रिएटर, 30.45 करोड़ स्टूडेंट्स के. So again, it's a huge task which is only possible in India due to the sheer massive population size. We have also the National Academic Repository, and let me tell you, these are also now going to be connected. Agri Stack की मैं बात कर रहा था. Soil Health Card, PM Kisan योजना, E-National Mandi, M Kisan, more than आई रिमेंबर 20-25 स्कीम्स है जो सीधे किसानों के लिए बनी है. एक हमारी खुद ई गवर्नेंस की स्कीम है किसान सारथी, जो मैं अगले स्लाइड पे बताऊंगा. पर कहने का तात्पर्य यह है कि वी कांट फॉरगेट आवर फार्मर फ्रेंड्स इन द जर्नी ऑफ डेवलपमेंट, बिकॉज इट इज अ फार्मर, इट इज एग्रीकल्चर, द प्राइमरी सेक्टर विच कीप्स इट स्ट्रॉन्ग. एंड इफ दे आर नॉट केप्ट वेल, if they are not flourishing, if they are not happy and successful, economy can be a doldrum. So this is the some glimpse of an agri stack. I was talking about Kisan Sarthi. So this is one of the project where farmers get information, education, communication of all the farming activities. चाहे वो हल्दी कैसी लगानी है, चाहे वो गेहूं में अगर कोई रोग आया तो वो कैसे मिटाना है, अगर गन्ने की खेती मुझे शुरू करनी है तो मुझे कितना पानी लगेगा. बेसिक फैक्ट्स. अपार्ट फ्रॉम द केवीके नेटवर्क, हर जिले में लगभग हमारा एक किसान कृषि विज्ञान केंद्र का नेटवर्क है. बट डिजिटल ई गवर्नेंस प्लेटफॉर्म मेक्स अ ह्यूज चेंज विथ यूट्यूब चैनल्स, विच ऑडियो, वीडियो, पॉडकास्ट एंड मोबाइल स्मार्टफोन्स. दिस हैज मेड, आई विल से, a wonder. I was talking about health, one of the important stack which we can't ignore. तो आयुष्मान भारत डिजिटल मिशन, as we know, 5 lakh insurance of all the families in hospitals. This is a huge success with the Abha card. E-hospital is our DPI made by NIC, which is being used by many of the government hospitals and is really good. Again RCH का है, health insurance है. E-संजीवनी की मैं सुबह बात कर रहा था. There are also important health platform. So coming to the end, I think I spoke on DPI, especially on the DPI on the digital public infrastructure. So one is the physical infrastructure, the railways, the road, the bridges, the civil aviation, the airports and all. This is the DPI. Again, DPI also stands on the main infrastructure, but they are also complementary. So I was referring to a scheme of DBT initially. So here is the official figure that what government money has been saved. You can see the huge figure of $27 billion. So when we tell this to the foreign nations about this success, they are also very amazed. Because in India, we have shown this is possible, and I think we have already done it. Now the next level will be the challenges we are facing for this through cyber security, the bad role of AI, the next level of integration, and I think we are well prepared for this. Thank you so much. Thank you.